Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm Kurt Walbeck. On this week's show, we wrap up the Outdoor Bound TV Ice Series in the month of March on a small northwest Wisconsin lake searching for panfish just days before final ice out. But first we head to the north arm of Rainey Lake, the border waters between Minnesota and Ontario, Canada. My friend Bill and I are heading in on snowmobiles, but we're going to be using the Canada Can Pass system to report to customs. We don't actually head to a facility, we simply call in and use an app on our phone. Now we're going to be meeting up with our friend Tom to chase a pretty unusual species through the ice. That's right, we're going to be targeting smallmouth bass.
Hello, you have reached the Canada Border Services Agency Telephone Reporting Center.
If you are calling to report your arrival in Canada or to provide advance notification of your arrival in Canada, press 2 and you will be transferred. Please have your travel documents ready. Your call is being transferred. One moment, please.
How can I help you?
Good morning. We'd like to report our arrival into Canada, please.
Where are you located?
Rainey Lake, Fort Francis, Ontario.
You're on a snowmobile?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your clearance is 0025.
Those are our numbers for the day. We have to carry these with us in case we get stopped on the lake, and so they can verify that we have checked in for the day. These are our check-in numbers. Put them in my pocket and we're good to go. That simple.
Today I met my friends on the Canadian side of the border. They use the Can Pass system to clear into Canada through the States. And they come across the ice on snowmobiles to meet me on the lake. And we're in the north arm of Rainey Lake today. It's about a 35-mile snowmobile ride to where we're fishing. Oh, here's a nice one. See what we got here. One thing about fishing on Rainey Lake is you never know what you're going to get on these humps. It could be walleye, it could be smallmouth. Today we're specifically trying to target smallmouth. You never know what you're going to reel up. Oh, and here we go. Come on out and say hello. And that's exactly what we're looking for right there. Beautiful smallmouth bass. When you think about fishing for these guys through the ice, lots of times, if you have a mark on your sonar, come up and just slowly drop away and not bite your lure, it's probably one of these guys. So when you're fishing for smallmouth bass like that through the ice, you want to downsize your baits. I always start with something small like a 16th ounce spoon. This guy hit it on the drop. That's a beautiful Rainey Lake smallmouth bass. We're gonna just let him back here real quick. See if we can get back in there and get another one. So just a small 16th ounce spoon and a minnow head, and you just tease them into biting. And it takes some patience, but once you get onto it, they're very, very catchable in the winter months.
These fish, we've been marking a few fish. They'll come in, some of them, and they'll look at it. And they'll chase you just a little bit, and then they leave us alone. Just barely moving the jig and rapala here. Had a fish come in here just a minute ago. He zoomed right up to my rapala, and as soon as I moved it, he went right back to the bottom. So we know there's fish here. And I'm just trying to work one up, tease one into biting. We're in about 31, 32 feet of water right here where we are. We're just fishing a reef in the middle of the bay here. We got some steep drop-offs all the way around us, and we're kind of right on the edge of the reef right now. Just had a fish come up, hit me hard. He feels like a nice one. That's a nice bass there. Nice smallmouth. Look at that. We're catching them. We're catching a few here. This one here just came in and didn't even hesitate and hit my rapala. Just a number 3 jig and wrap tipped with a minnow head. Pretty nice fish. I'm gonna go ahead and let him go. We don't want his eyes to freeze. It's getting kind of chilly again, so swim free. There you go. That's the way we like to do it. It's been a long time. That's my first fish of the day. Been working hard. They're here on this reef. I would just suggested that we move to try to go find a different spot, but I got shot down. I guess we might as well stick her out here. There's quite a few fish here. I'm gonna go right back down and see if I can get another one.
Okay, so when you think about targeting smallmouth through the ice, most people think that they're just strictly an open water fish that you're going to catch in the summer months, you know, topwater baits, jerk baits, plastics, things like that. But they're very, very easy to catch in the wintertime through the ice using traditional walleye gear. I'm fishing with a 28-inch rod, you know, braid to a fluoro leader and a small PK spoon today with a minnow head, just like you would use for your traditional walleye fish. When you think about fishing on Rainey Lake, just think about humps, walleye humps, you know, traditionally where you would catch your walleyes. We're on a main lake basin, we're adjacent to deep water, and we're fishing in 30 feet of water. Oh, here comes a fish right now. See if we can get him to go here. When you think about jigging for smallmouth like this, just think bluegill fishing, and it's very, very similar to get them to bite. They're not as aggressive in the wintertime as they are in the summer months. So you gotta tease them and play with them a little bit oftentimes to get them to bite. Wow, this guy's really digging. Come on, buddy. Fishing with these tiny spoons, it's easy for them to pull the hooks out, so you gotta take your time. Oh, look at this monster. Oh, come here, buddy. Come here. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Small 16th ounce PK spoon and a minnow head. Catching smallmouth through the ice on Rainey Lake in March. Look at that. It's a beautiful bass. Very, very healthy fish. We're gonna let this guy go. And there he goes. See if we can get another one. Here he comes. There he is. You're too slow. Oh, this feels like a good fish. It's important to take your time with these. Since we're fishing them on light gear. Oh, look at that. Not the droids we're looking for.
Good job though. Nice fish.
There we go. Nice little walleye. The smallmouth will actually hang around with these guys, so it's neat that we're getting a few of these. Let him go. We can get back in there and get another one.
We were standing here talking, and I looked over at my flasher, and it was bright red. I just picked it.
Oh,
Holy, look at this one.
Wow.
And they just come in.
Nice job, buddy.
We were standing here taking a little break, drinking a shot of pop there, and I looked over and my flasher was lit right up.
Wow, that's a horse.
Huh? Look at that. That's what we came here for.
A jig and wrap. You pinned them right in the corner of the mouth too. That's a beautiful smallmouth.
That's what we came here for. Thanks
Absolutely.
for inviting us over.
Yeah, it's you know, a lot of fun when you can come over and ride over from the USA, clear customs through CanPass, and ride up here. Meet me on the lake on the Canadian side, and we can come out and come fishing and have a fun day like this catching smallmouths.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, we're gonna let this guy
I'm
back.
kind of a walleye guy, but when Tom suggested we target smallmouth in the middle of winter, I didn't know what to think, but we got it.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful fish. That's a beautiful fish. Thanks again, Tom.
You're welcome. We're gonna put him back here.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Otter and PK Lures.
Hey everyone, well, we are on last ice here in the Midwest. We're actually in northwest Wisconsin today. It is the end of March and it's the end of ice season. It's a beautiful day today. It's probably high 50 degrees, high suns, and that means the old ice is really starting to deteriorate around us. In fact, along the shores, it's really moving out quite a bit. In the next 2 days, they're predicting rain and about 55 to 60 degrees. So I have a feeling that's going to be the end of our ice season for this year. So today is our last hurrah. It's kind of last light right now. We've got a couple hours before dark, so we just popped out on a northwest Wisconsin lake. We're targeting crappies, bluegills, and perch. So March is my favorite time to fish for panfish. These, once the snow melts off the top of the ice and that sun starts to get down below the ice, really gets these fish fired up, gets them active, and that's a great time to put some panfish topside. I love catching these bluegills. What I'm using today is a bullfly jig. It's a new jig that VMC released, some new colors. And this one's kind of a hot pink color. It's got a little bit of hair on it, and I just tip it with a wax worm. It's a real small profile in the water, and sometimes that's what's needed to get these bluegills and crappies to bite when they're a little finicky. Oh, now I've got one starting to work back in here again. A lot of times between bluegills and perch, it's hard to tell. They'll stay really pretty tight to the bottom. Crappies, on the other hand, generally will be elevated in the water column. Oh, there we got one coming up. Let's see if we can get him to bite. He's starting to chase. Oh, there he bit. He came right up into that water column, right off the bottom, and that's why. Look at that, just a beautiful perch. And that's the fun about March and about this time of year especially, is you never know what you're going to catch. And we've pulled crappies, bluegills, and perch all out of the same hole, and it's just a ton of fun here, and I love March. Of course, when you can ice fish in just your sweatshirt, that's pretty nice too. all I'm doing is I'm tipping this bullfly jig with just one small waxworm, and just enough for a little bit of scent. The bullfly jig has some hair on it, so it does a pretty good job of giving a profile in the water. But now I've got some fish up in the column a little bit, and I like this because that usually means a crappie. I'm gonna try to get down there and see if we can figure out what's down there. Nope, he sees it. He's coming. He's coming. There he goes. Ooh, that's better. This guy's pulling. Yep, there we go. Just as we figured. This one came in up the water column a little bit. Look at that. Beautiful northwest Wisconsin crappie. Oh, there's more down there. These bullfly jigs are very, very small. This is a 1/64 ounce jig, but it is tungsten, so it does drop pretty rapidly in the water. Oh, I've got a couple of them on the screen now. Here they come. Let's see if this guy's gonna bite. He's coming up to it. Come on. Oh, he's interested, he's interested. He's right there. Oh yeah. He bit like a bluegill, so we'll see. Yep, he sure is. Look at that pie plate of a bluegill. Boy, I tell you, you know when you set the hook, it's just all meat there. And look at that, another beautiful northwest Wisconsin bluegill. I love this. Nice big mark right off the bottom, but he doesn't want to chase just yet. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of waving that bullfly jig just above him a little bit. I don't want to drop right to him because I don't like to scare him. So I'm just trying to stay above him a little bit, and I'll slowly work down to him. There, he's starting to commit. He's starting to come up a little bit. See if I can get him to chase. Usually once they start to chase, that's a pretty good indication that they're going to eat. Some of these fish look like they're just going to attack it. They come up about a foot and then they just stop. Well, time to move. He's coming up. Just ultra finesse, just moving that jig ever so slightly right above him. See if I can't get him to commit. Sometimes what I'll do too is I'll just come down and I'll just do a dead stick almost, just stop the jig just right above them. And just in a straight dead stick type situation to see if they'll chase up. This guy will absolutely not move. Oh, there I've got a fish coming in a little bit higher. I'm gonna come up to him. That usually means crappie. Ooh, and I missed him. He's still there, so I think I might get another chance at him. He didn't feel any hooks, so here we go. He's coming up. Oh, yeah, he nailed it. He just pounded it. That's exactly what he is. Look at that. Beautiful crappie. And there's about 4 more on my graph right now. So I'm going to get him unhooked, get right back down there, see if we can bring a couple more topside.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Cold Nation Outdoors and Mountain Dew.
I tell you what, the hours are starting to wane now. We're losing light, and this is the last day of our ice season for this year. I hate to see it go. I love ice season. I appreciate you tuning in for the Outdoor Bound TV Ice Series. We'll be back at it again next fall, next November. The Ice Series will start up again. Thanks for tuning in, and the new season of Outdoor Bound TV starts next week. Make sure that you tune in. And we hope that you'll join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the U.S., around Canada, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Markham Technologies and Venom Outdoors.
Come on. Come on.
Boy, they're taking their time coming off the bottom today.
That happens sometimes.
It could be a tilapia and I'd be happy.
You always got to tell you where they're going, eh?
A tilapia.
I lost them right at the hole.
Oh, I tried that too. We got to take a cigarette break here pretty quick. Oh, these reels get cold.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Ice Force by Rapala and Strike Master.